Howdy, howdy. Hope you all are doing well. Today is not going to be a run or necessarily an explanation of techniques or anything like that. I just want to show where I'm stuck on developing this run, and on the off chance that anybody else is interested in taking a crack at figuring this out. This is just to catch up to speed, let you know what I've learned, just so you don't have to learn it from scratch, and maybe at some point somebody can figure this out. So the biggest issue in the MDK speedrun, the thing that bogs it down, because it's fun. It's a fun game. It's a fun run, I think, in my opinion. The thing that bogs it down is on level 2. And you know this if you've ever tried to run this game. The thing that bogs down this level, or this whole game, is this room. The way to progress through this room is by using a world's smallest nuclear explosion on the door at the end. And it is totally random. Well, not totally random, as we'll find out. There's a lot of randomness in regards to when that nuke spawns into this room. There are 6 places it can fall. Other items fall, things like that. And it can take anywhere from instantly to several minutes. And there it is. It just happened to come in fairly quickly here. That often takes a lot longer. So, and you don't know going in how long it's going to take. And so this room can be the difference between a good run or one that is completely terrible and not worth anything at all. So that was a fairly ideal way for it to play out, for it to come in early and go through that door there. So let's just rapid fire everything that I have figured out about this this whole situation. So let's see, where was my setup here? You know, I'm already what was it? I apologize for the slowness here. I'm trying to remember what my... I thought I had a... Crap. Okay, here we go. I think this is where I was working from. All right. If I load in from this save right here, and I go over here, hopefully it does it this time, and I look up, there's the nuke. And I'll go ahead and tell you, I've done that many times. This is like 99% success rate. If I run in here as quickly as possible, go to that corner as quickly as possible, and look up, that nuke spawns right away every time. If I load from a different save and do that, it does something different. If I load into that same save and I do something else or go somewhere else, say if I go over to this side instead and I wait for it to come down there, and I wait, it's different. So there's some element of your movements. The movements that you take when you enter the room play a role. When you enter the room plays a role in the RNG, because if I wait before entering the room and do the exact same actions, it's a different stuff happens. I don't get the nuke right away. I just happen upon the timing and the timing and the actions just by pure coincidence that was a reliable, in that particular scenario, a reliable way to get that nuke. That's unhelpful in the run because you're not starting from this particular save with whatever, quirks it had that enables that to work, you're, starting from a new game. So that is the background information that, yes, RNG on that room is influenced by when you enter the room and the actions you take upon entering the room. Not framed perfectly or anything like that. I'm not that good. I've had some variability in how I got to that corner and precisely when. But within a certain margin of error, yeah, there is somehow an influence on when the nuke drops based on when you enter the room and the actions you take upon entering the room. It's weird. I don't know how all that works. I'm not a big speedrun gamer guy. I just like a game that I played when I was 6. So let's see. Okay, so as far as making the nuke spawn, that's all I've got for that. I do not have anything else developed at this point. Now, other than that, there are some other possibilities for how to approach this room. I'm going to use cheats here for demonstration purposes. MOVEMECRAZY. All right, there we go. Now we can fly. I can fly. You can't fly. I can fly. All right, if we fly, we'll see that this glass here has only one-way collision. You can go right through it and bypass that door completely if only you could figure out a way to get up this high. I cannot figure out a way to get up that high. It doesn't matter if the nuclear lock is there or not. It's the case with a lot of rooms in this game. It only even loads the next thing if you detonate if you destroy the nuclear lock. That's not the case here. We can go all the way to the end of the game, end of level, all that, no issue. So destroying the nuclear lock is not a necessary condition of progressing like it is for a lot of the other doors. All right, so yes, if you can figure out some way to get up there. I'm going to turn off that cheat because it gets annoying. Figure out some way to get from here to there, or some means in between. That would work. That would solve this entire issue. The room does not load unless you go through this door. So starting further up there, where you're already out of bounds from the previous skip, starting up there and then going to that is not going to work. This room will not load unless you pass, or it will not load completely unless you pass through this door. It will not stay loaded. You can kind of load the room going around it and opening the door on the way in, but as soon as that door closes again, the whole room, collision, everything disappears. It's gone, and you die. So that's not useful. I do know that you can go up this corner here very carefully by jumping straight up and moving in midair. But only the bottom corner. I cannot get up. So I can get up the lower level, but not the upper level. Can't get up there. I have not figured out a way to do that. Okay, so yes, if you figure out a way to climb up there, get up to that glass, problem solved. All right, the other thing, first room on this level, there's only 2 other nukes in the game. The other idea is to save a nuke from earlier and use it in that room. The first nuke will not work because the situation of the loading. If you get out of bounds, go past that door, and I don't even know a way to get out of bounds here. But even if you found a way to get out of bounds and go past that door, it's not actually loaded past there, so you would not be able to progress. This room is different. Right here, there's another nuke available. You can get a mortar. All right. That gives us that nuke, which we use on that door. However, if we... Again, cheats here. If we go out of bounds, past the door, we see the next room is loaded. And we do have to go through this hallway in order to properly load all the interactable stuff on this room here. So if you have to blow those up, get to the slide. If you just go straight over this wall, it won't work because the trigger to load in, making those bullets destructible is within that hallway. But anyway, yeah, if you do get out of bounds there and go ahead, now we have a nuke and we are progressing on to the next part of the game. No problem. So, yeah, that's the tricky part, though, isn't it? I've done a little bit of prodding around here. Can't seem to find anything that would allow me to get out of bounds without cheats. But as far as things coming together in a way that seems like, man, there might be a way to do this. This is it. We have a nuke that can be saved for later if only we can somehow figure out a way to get out of bounds and go to the next one there. That is, one of those has got to be the ticket. Either the climbing up, going through the one-way glass, or saving this nuke from here. There's just too much. And this is uncommon. It's uncommon in this game for a nuclear lock to be unnecessary, even for unusual doors. If we go to this one here in level 5, this is another really unusual door here. This big stone with a nuclear lock. Even that one, nothing beyond it is loaded until that lock is destroyed. So the fact that we have a room with a nuke that where the nuke is doesn't actually trigger the loading of the next room, that feels like a gift. It feels like a gift. It's waiting to figure out how to be exploited. The one-way glass on the actual room itself, it feels like a gift. I don't know. Maybe we'll figure it out someday, but that's where I'm at with it. If anybody wants to take a crack at it, then that's what I've got figured out. So you all have a good one.